Using substitution method, we can solve the harder level of simultaneous equation like here. In the previous exercise, you only learned about the expression in terms of y like this one. The next one will be here, and the harder one, you got the expression between x and y, but in the form of the linear. But for this equation, you can see that you got the relationship between x and y is not add, it's not subtract anymore, you got multiply. So how can you using substitution for here? Yes, the first thing is very important. You need to understand about the x times y, and then you need to subtract one of them. I will choose y first, because y here will become to 3 over x here. And because we have y equal to 3 over x, you can substitute here in the previous exercise. Y equal to x plus 1 and y equal to 3 over x. This means you got the equation 3 over x and x plus 1. This is not easy. How can you convert this become to the quadratic equation? Look at this. The main point of this form is we have the fraction form like this one with x in the denominator position. So I want to cancel x in here. I need to multiply with x for both left hand side and right hand side of this question. I mean 3 over x will multiply with x, and all of these expression x plus 1 have to be multiplied with x at the same time. So multiply x in the left hand side, multiply x in the right hand side will keep this equation is unchanged. But after this step, we can convert this one become to 3. And the next one, expand here, you got x squared plus x. So after that, we have the equation form like this one. And solving this equation, you will got two values for x here. The first x is 1.3 and the second one will be negative 2.3. Negative 2.3. And of course, you want to figure out y one more time. I will using this expression because it's very easy for calculating. You will have here is 2.3, and for y here you got minus 1.3. The first point of the equation is 1.3 and 2.3, and the second one you got negative 2.3 and negative 1.3 now. Yeah. The first way here we substitute by using subject y first. But for this kind of question, I think we have one more way for finish this one. The second way here, I will subject x, because we possibly can subject x in this case 3 over y here, and now substitute this one in the previous equation. Because we have the equation of x here is x equal to 3 over y, substitution this one in here, and because we using substitution, it means you should put that into the bracket, and then you got y here substitute for x. I mean 3 over y here have to be inside the bracket, and plus 1 here. After that, we can simplify this by multiply both sides of this equation with y. After multiply with y, the left hand side will be y squared, and the right hand side will be 3 over y multiply y, and 1 multiply y here. After this step, we don't need to write down the fractional form anymore, because y here and y here can be simplified, and plus y for this one. And y squared minus y minus 3 here will be the answer for this question for y first and for the y second. The first will be 2 over 3, and the second one you will got minus 1.3. And now how can you figure out the value of x? Okay, look at this. You want to take x, you need to take y minus 1. So y minus 1 here you got 1.3, and y minus 1 the same idea, you got negative 2.3. And after that, you got the same point with the previous exercise. We're using two method for solving this one, but we have the same answer. It doesn't change together. So which one will be your choice? It depends on you, right? It's up to you. And from here, I want to revise a little bit about the substitution. And the main thing for substitution is bracket. Always for bracket, always about bracket for substitution, very carefully. Okay. The next thing is not easy anymore. This is a little bit harder. So y here, h here, and how can you work with this one? We can see that you got two positions. We got two positions for y. The first here will be this one, and the second one will be here. And I think I went through substitution because it's very quickly for figure out the new equation. You have y equal to this one, so I will substitute this into the two position of y in the second equation. Using bracket, you got 2h plus 3 here inside the brackets for the first position. And the second equation will be minus y, is mean minus open bracket 2h plus 3 here equal to 0. So expand this, you got plus 3h minus 2h and minus 3 here and equal to 0. So 2h squared plus h here minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, first one a 1 and negative 3. We got this equation will be h equal to 1 or h equal to negative 3 over 2. Yes, so when you got value of h, you have the value of y. 2 times 1 plus 3 equal to 5. The first point is 1, 5. The second one, y here, 2 times negative 3 over 2 plus 3 now equal to 0. Yeah, so the second point will be negative 3 over 2 and 0. You got 2 points for this one. And totally for this question, we only using substitution with bracket. After that, you got quadratic equation. Solving equation for here is quite easy, right? Okay. So the last exercise, the last exercise for this video, we got this one. And that's like the previous example 1. We have two ways for write down this one. So I will to subject for y first, 7 over x, and substitute here inside the bracket with the y position in the equation 1, in the first equation. So from h plus y equal to 3, this one become to h plus 7 over h here inside the bracket. Multiply both sides of this equation with h. You got here is h squared, here is 7, and here is 3h. After that, you got the quadratic equation for this case will be equal to 0. 1, negative 3, and 7. No solution for here. Check this out once again. B squared minus 4ac. B squared is mean negative 3 inside the bracket square minus 4a and c. Here is 9, here is 28, this one is minus 19, less than 0. That's why for this quadratic equation, we have no solution. It means for all of the simultaneous equation, you got no solution. So maybe you can choose y equal to 7 over h. Sometime we can change this become to h equal to 7 over y. After substitute this expression, you have the same answer with me. No solution for both ways. Yes, thank you so much for watching this one, and in the next video we continue practice about this kind of question.